Share free updated Microsoft 365 Administrator MS-102 dumps for your preparation. 1. You create the planned DLP policies. You need to configure notifications to meet the technical requirements. What should you do? A. From the Microsoft 365 Security Center, configure an alert policy. B. From the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center, configure a custom notification. C. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, configure a briefing email. D. From the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center, configure the endpoint DLP settings. Answer: D. 2. You need to configure the compliance settings to meet the technical requirements. What should you do in the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center? A. From Compliance Policies, modify the notification settings. B. From Locations, create a new location for non-compliant devices. C. From Retire Non-Compliant Devices, select Clear All Devices Retire State. D. Modify the compliance policy settings. Answer: D. 3. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant that uses Microsoft Endpoint Manager for device management. You need to add the phone number of the help desk to the company portal app. What should you do? A. From Customization in the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center, modify the support information for the tenant. B. From the Microsoft Endpoint Manager Admin Center, create an app configuration policy. C. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, modify organization information. D. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, modify help desk information. Answer: A. 4. You have a Microsoft 365 tenant. You plan to manage incidents in the tenant by using the Microsoft 365 Security Center. Which Microsoft service source will appear on the Incidents page of the Microsoft 365 Security Center? A. Microsoft Defender for Cloud Use. B. Microsoft Purview. C. Azure Arc. D. Microsoft Defender for Identity. Answer: D. 5. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 tenant. You configure sensitivity labels. Users report that the sensitivity button is unavailability in Microsoft Word for the web. The sensitivity button is available in Word for Microsoft 365. You need to ensure that the users can apply the sensitivity labels when they use Word for the web. What should you do? A. Copy policies from Azure Information Protection to the Microsoft 365 Compliance Center. B. Publish the sensitivity labels. C. Create an auto-labeling policy. D. Enable sensitivity labels for files in Microsoft SharePoint Online and OneDrive. Answer: B. 6. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to identify which users accessed Microsoft Office 365 from anonymous IP addresses during the last 7 days. What should you do? A. From the Cloud App Security Admin Center, select Users and Accounts. B. From the Microsoft 365 Security Center, view the Threat Tracker. C. From the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, view the Security and Compliance Report. D. From the Azure Active Directory Admin Center, view the Risky Sign-ins report. Answer: A. 7. Your company has a Microsoft 365 subscription. You need to identify all the users in the subscription who are licensed for Office 365 through a group membership. The solution must include the name of the group used to assign the license. What should you use? A. Active users in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. B. Reports in Microsoft Purview Compliance Portal. C. The licenses blade in the Microsoft Entra Admin Center. D. Reports in the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Answer: D. 8. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. You need to compare the current Safe Links configuration to the Microsoft recommended configurations. What should you use? A. Microsoft Purview. B. Azure AD Identity Protection. C. Microsoft Secure Score. D. The Configuration Analyzer. Answer: C. 9. You have a Microsoft 365 subscription that uses Microsoft 365 Defender. You need to compare your company's security configurations to Microsoft best practices and review improvement actions to increase the security posture. What should you use? A. Microsoft Secure Score. B. Cloud Discovery. C. Exposure Distribution. D. Threat Tracker. E. Exposure Score. Answer: A. 10. You have a Microsoft 365 E5 subscription. Conditional access is configured to block high-risk sign-ins for all users. All users are in France and are registered for multi-factor authentication, MFA. Users in the media department will travel to various countries during the next month. You need to ensure that if the media department users are blocked from signing in while traveling, the users can remediate the issue without administrator intervention. What should you configure? A. An exclusion group. B. The MFA registration policy. C. Named locations. D. Self-service password reset, SSPR. Answer: D.